Now, all of us are familiar, particularly as children, that in these connect the dots pictures, you go from 1 to 2 to 3, and if you don't collect it correctly, the picture isn't there. And the idea was to remind all in the audience, and indeed the nation, that there is a beautiful and successful picture that is painted when one recognizes if you don't have basic research to feed the fuel that becomes the energy that supports innovation and commercialization, you don't get economic benefit, you don't get wealth creation. And I think we did a reasonable job of that, but I think it was intriguing that many of us reflected as to how few in government, national or state government, understand that set of connections without which our nation would not have the opportunity to increase its prosperity, increase the standard of living, and in short, succeed economically in this increasingly global economy. And so it seemed to me that that was indeed a good thing for me to share with you. And so I've noted 7 dots that I'd like to share with you in closing my report. The first and most important is simply thank you. Thank you to this board, to the previous boards that I've served under, and to all of my colleagues in the University of Akron. It's been a remarkable and for me, extremely satisfying experience, and I thank you very, very, very much. Now, I said 7 because there is a concept in psychology that says that we can't remember more than 7 plus or minus 2 items, so let me list the other 6, and hopefully you remember the thank you easily. The second is invest in academic excellence. You do have, at the University of Akron, some programs that are the equal of any of the best universities in the country, and one which, of course, is the basis for the historic differentiation of the university. That's, of course, our polymer science and polymer engineering program, which dates back, if you wish, to the beginning of the rubber industry, and its differentiation from the 4 major tire companies to what is now in excess of 1,800 companies just in Northeast Ohio, and annual shipments exceeding $50 billion. That's a point of pride, a point of differentiation. Support it, invest in it, as well as anything else that has the capacity to reach that. And there are several. I won't enumerate them, but I would remind you of programs like our industrial and organizational psychology that are very highly ranked, and the emerging strengths in engineering and other disciplines. Thirdly, continue the intensive work of my colleagues that are making the University of Akron the preferred public university in Northeast Ohio. That is singularly important for the long-term well-being of this university and this community. Make the University of Akron that preferred institution. Fourthly, implement the new Sasaki plan, the academic way. Along the way, there is mention of an iconic structure, which I think we need to supplant the original iconic structure, the polymer building. And by all means, invest in the interface between the university and the community in our University Square project south of the stadium on Exchange Street, which could complete that remodeling there and give the students a destination, a place to go, a vibrant center of activity and interface, and would continue to catalyze the redevelopment of those neighborhoods. Fifth, embrace entrepreneurship. Mr. Pogue just noted the work of the Research Foundation, but entrepreneurship everywhere you find it. Without question, the entrepreneurship, new ideas, new initiatives, and risk-taking will further ensure the economic future of the university, because without the economic success of the community, we would not have a good future either. Sixth, please revise the vision and mission statement. I thought we had done that when we approved Vision 2020. You have an opportunity with your new president to revisit that again, but let's get that done. And finally, to all of you, both on the board and in the community, learn as much as you can about higher education, but please understand that the University of Akron has a unique context and a unique set of assets that need to be looked at for their own sake. And don't fall prey to the notion that everything in higher education is the same everywhere else. There are important lessons to be learned, yes, important ideas to be brought in, But first and foremost, the university is in, of, and for Akron, and will always have the opportunities that are given to it by the context that is Akron and Northeast Ohio. Again, I thank you most sincerely and profoundly. That completes my report, sir.